Thanks. Um, for the last 20 years ago, I started the first youth marketing agency. And as being a founder of the agency, I did write a book called Generation Einstein. I don't want to talk too much about the whole generation and the generation gap, because we do have some Generation Einsteiners here, and you know, you will be so bored if I talk about you. So I'm so sorry if I bore you, but please start to shout or anything. When I was 18, which is quite a long time ago because I'm 46 now, and you looked at me, I was a typical sort of wannabe creative person, looking punk with long blonde hair and bald hair, or blue hair with a wave and a windsurfing board. If you looked at my friends in the middle of this small town in the north of Holland, all my friends basically looked the same. You could recognize us. We were all had the same dress code. We liked the same things. We liked the same brands and everything. If you look at the generation now, it's completely different. My generation, when we were young, we were living on our own planet. And every group of youngsters had their own planet. This was paradise for marketeers, because the only thing marketeers had to do in those days was basically copy this planet and act as if they were a part of the planet. And we, innocent sheep, believed marketeers. We really believed what they said. This is the time Pepsi got massive with Michael Jackson. If you look at the generation of youngsters now, it really turned around. The youngsters now, Generation Einstein, is not living on a different planet, in a different world, with their own reality, as we did. Generation Einstein lives in this world, on this planet. And I always say the generation gap turned around, because they do understand this world a lot better than we do. That's why I call myself stupid. I work with them every day. And every day I think, my God, they're so right. Another thing that this generation is I call them a generation that live on the top of the Maslow pyramid, in Maslow 5. We, the old generation, the old farts, all the old people, everybody above 30, above 25, we live in Maslow 4. Our goal in life is to make money and to have success. Some people get out of that and pursue their dream. But most of the people around you, they do that. This is a generation that lives on top of this pyramid. So what Maslow could only reach himself with enough LSD and a lot of booze, this is the stage that everything comes together and you feel confident. This is what they are in every day. And this means such a lot for everything in the world. For brands, this means that we still think brands are above us. That's when I was young. I bought a brand, and I thought I would become a little bit better because I bought this brand. Now we have a generation that is above brands and looking down and see these brands and think like, it's TEDx, it's from the USA, so I won't pronounce that. But they think, what are you doing? They don't buy brands because they will feel better. They will accept brands in their life if these brands will bring something for them. They look at brands and think like, why would I let you into my life? Why would the world become a little bit better if I do? Is it good for me? Is it good for my relationship with my friends? Brands still don't understand this. Brands still believe in classical marketing. They still believe in advertising. Advertising is a brand above you shouting, hey, I'm great. And here is a generation that looks down and thinks like, shh, prove it. This is a generation that trusts their instinct. They feel if you're telling the truth. They have what I always call a bullshit radar. They know advertising is lying. which is no problem, we all know, and it's still nice to watch. But remember, we are lying. We are Pinocchio. They see us walking around with a nose growing like this. When I wrote the book in 2006, in 2007, I have a very dry mouth. I grabbed some water. I did won the Marketing Literature Prize. And at that moment, when people would ask me, what is it that you do? What are you? I would say, I'm a youth marketer. Nowadays, when people ask me, I can't say I'm a youth marketer because I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand this generation. So the only solution for me to have a youth marketing agency is to do it with youngsters, to do it with them. And the company I started in Holland, my business partner is 19 years old. And he is voted for one of the best marketers and advertisers in Holland, 19 years old. And you would think I'm the senior partner. I'm not. He is the senior partner. 2 years ago, I was asked to come somewhere, and two guys in front of me, and they said, we have this idea that in the mobile phone industry, mobile providers, there is room for a new brand, a brand for youngsters, because we think youngsters don't like all the brands that we have right now. Jeroen, do you know what to do? And me, acting stupid, being stupid, said, no, I wouldn't know what you... But I do know the youngsters that will know. So why not invite those youngsters and think of this brand with them? Youngsters and really good professionals together on top of the idea. A year ago, the whole idea was there. It's a brand that now exists, and last night they did win the Startup Award in Holland 2013. They became the Startup of the Year. And this is a brand thought of by 12, 14, 17, 18 years old. And what they thought of is a complete revolution in the mobile industry, because this is the first honest, sincere brand. They don't have small print, because they don't lie. This is a product that they came up with. It's very easy. You pay 50 cents a day, unlimited access to the internet on your mobile phone. Impossible to go over your limit. Impossible to pay more than 50 cents a day. They come up with the idea, like, yeah, and what all those other providers do is they want us to pay every day 50 cents. Also the days we don't use it. That's not fair. That's lying. So they came with a product that you can shut off. If you don't use it, shut off. You don't have to pay. They came up with another part of the product, and that is a button to share. Because looking down into the Maslow pyramid, they said, we like to share. Generation Einstein, the youngsters now, they like to share. So why don't we have a button in our product that when I don't have money, I can ask my girlfriend, and my girlfriend says, here, click. You a day online, give it back tomorrow. It's very, very clever thinking. In all that they were thinking, and something else when you're on the top of the pyramid, is money is not a goal. The result is it's a very healthy company, and they make money. But they never thought from the idea, how can we make money? They thought, how can we make an honest product that we all want? They don't use advertising because we have nothing to lie. Real honest. It's all by social media. It's all by, tell your other friends, oh, you should need this. Really, you want this. Another great thing with this generation, and something I see on a daily basis, is that they really, really, really don't take no for an answer. Nothing is impossible. Everything is possible. With this brand, the question was for Holland. Now they want to go into Europe. They want to conquer the world. All the youngsters want a product like this. Why should we stick with an idea this big? Why not go for it all? Not because we want to make more money, because we want our story told. I don't know how it is here in the university, and I don't know how it is in any other company. But I really believe that if companies want to be ready for the future, they should really, really take the youngsters to give them advice, to tell them how the world works today. Because we can learn, I can learn every day from the youngsters I work with. And they laugh at me when I come with my classic idea. Like, shall we do a hoax? Shall we do something and everybody will believe that it's true and then it's not true? And they say like, why? You know, why do you want us to lie? I say, oh yeah, stupid, I'm sorry. I'm old, you know. A couple of years ago in Holland, I was invited to do a talk, something similar like this. The only thing they thought of was, it would be so nice if Jeroen wouldn't do a talk, but he would do a talk with somebody, and we need somebody that doesn't agree with Jeroen. So they asked Rabbi Soetendorp, a Jewish rabbi in Holland, and they thought like, well, they will disagree completely. And I didn't know that much about Jews, except for the whole Second World War history. So I did read a little bit. And Rabbi Soetendorp thought, like, well, I don't know that much about youngsters, so he read my book. And we met. And the first 20 seconds, we agreed on everything. Because the first thing he told me is, Jeroen, what we believe in is a day that you haven't learned anything from your student is a day you haven't taught them anything. And I think that's so true. They want to learn, but do we want to learn? And look around, look, see how they act, see what they do. We have a lot to learn. We really have a lot to learn. And we have to be open-minded to learn it. And not go to classes of how to network. We old generation, we have to learn, I'm sorry, I explain it up there. We have to learn how to network. Because we think networking is about, oh, when he is in my network, he's a very good photographer. Maybe I can use him. That's old people's network. Oh, he's making movies. That's good for my network. Maybe sometimes, and they do it cheap. Maybe I need sometimes to make it cheap. Oh, I want to get something from him. That's the way we network. That's why LinkedIn is so popular. It's so the way we think. The way they network, the way they work is not get you in the network because I want something from you. The network is, you're in my network, I'll share my things. And if you share with your network, it doesn't matter if you have 500 or 5,000 friends, because it's about sharing. And good ideas come to you, and are not protected. So we take things from the network, they share in their network. And that's the way they do it. That's the way they run this company, Bleep, now. They don't protect their ideas. They have an idea, put it in their network, and from thousands of youngsters, ideas will come back. Immediately. It will be hard. And It will make you feel stupid once in a while. But it's really, really wonderful to do, and it really makes your life so rich. So that's where I wanted to end my talk. Thank you very much.